Marilyn wants to show you that she's making these scarves for the veterans. That's the Army scarf with the Army colors right there.
Thank you, veterans.
Thank you, veterans, for what you've done.
That's right.
And we're...
In all wars.
Yeah, in all wars. We're coming in here to the kitchen now. And this is the messy, this DTW control room, you might say. Trying to stay up with all this. Here we have our living room with our pictures out here. We started building a porch. Actually, it's the front room. Looking back in here, we're going to go through the art gallery and look at that also. At this time now, looking outside is probably pretty dark. But we have a porch. So far it's 20 some odd feet here. And it's actually a room. This is our living room. And there'll be a wood burning cook stove right there. We're looking down this way, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but all the way to that post, this room is going to be 43 feet 9 inches long altogether. And we've got a lot of building yet to do. Going back in the house now. This is going to be like an art gallery and an update. We're back in here in the house now. And here's one of Marilyn's pictures that she did, one of the very first ones that she ever did. The painting instructor said that there wasn't much he could do. The teacher, he said, it's all natural, you don't learn what she does. That's an ocean scene there. And there is Fish Lake as it once was. That's the Cord Ranch straight in the background, and White Mountain Peak up there with the geese on the lake. There used to be a lot of geese on the lake. And there's my shield up there. That was given to me, awarded to me almost 50 years ago. Looking back at the television and one of our classes there. We'll come in here now and we'll start looking at Marilyn's pictures. By the way, these are the buffalo skulls that I did so many years ago when I was doing artwork, traditional artwork. That sweetgrass hanging from there, if you want to know what that is. And my mother's clock up there is really temperamental. A Aladdin railroad lamp that used to be in every caboose, and up until the 1950s. They had little springy brackets here to keep them from, it had like a little springs on it all over. Now we're coming over here and we're looking at some of Marilyn's later pictures. This is a picture of White Mountain area that she did probably within a year ago. A little flower scene there. There's another picture up there. Marilyn did not paint that one. This one here is of Old River, not too far from where we lived. And Marilyn got first place in the fair with that. And there's another first place picture, painting, of a cotton stalk. Here is a picture that Marilyn painted of the Frank Lloyd Wright barn that's only about 3 miles from us here. You can see it actually from our house. It's straight east of us. And there's 2 barns in the house by Frank Lloyd Wright. Then there's one other house down the road about 10 miles from here that was built by Frank Lloyd Wright, also one of his craftsman homes. Here is a picture that Marilyn painted of San Juan Capistrano as it was in early 1900. There was a windmill, a picture of a windmill that her aunt went to Denmark, and they took a picture of a windmill over there and gave it to Marilyn's dad because he actually paid for the trip. And here's another ocean picture that Marilyn did right there. These are by a pretty famous artist in Nevada there. And another one. And there's Marilyn's picture of the Los Angeles Duck Club, where Roy Rogers and Dale Evans, Clark Gable, Andy Devine, all the Hollywood stars used to go there, out there on Adobe Road and Bear Mountain Boulevard. This is our clock here, another clock. And here are some pictures that Marilyn did when she was 7 and 8 years old. She drew sketches of them. The kids used to pay her 3 or 4 or 5 cents to paint, to draw a picture of something for them. And there are some of the pictures that she drew when she was, before she was 10 years old. Amazing natural artist. Here is one of the latest pictures that Marilyn did of Mount Fuji, and she put Mount Fuji up there in Japanese also. There is a picture of Avila Pier in the background, and the mobile pier, the closest there. This is at Port San Luis. This is a picture that she just finished of me riding my horse, Red Rocket, and that was in 1958 up here in Trail Canyon. She did that from a photograph that I had taken with an old Brownie box camera. This is another lighthouse ocean scene. And I raised Old English games for years and years and years, all of my life actually. And this is one of my favorite roosters that I had. He's been dead many, many years now. But he was a silver duckwing. I used to sell the eggs to hatcheries because my chickens always looked like they were supposed to look. And I have a few left up here. They're the only colors and breeds that I have now are Old English Reds. I had brown reds, the blacks, all kinds before, but they've all died off over the years. There's that picture. Here's another picture of the White Mountain area. And then a picture of the Bristlecone Pines. Marilyn did not do that one though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Take a picture of the letter.
I'm going to do that, Marilyn. Yeah, I'm going to get this ball now.
Okay.
Marilyn wanted me to show you these other pictures, which I'm going to do anyway. That's a picture that Marilyn painted of a place over on the coast. This is another old early homestead of the farmers in the old river area out there. This is a picture that I didn't even think could even be done of an igloo with light in it. But Marilyn did it. Here is a picture that she won Best of Show, Chairman's Choice, Judge's Choice, Grand Champion at the Kern County Fair. And that picture is of Schweitzer's Corner, which is no longer there either. Barrels Cafe or Schweitzer's Corner. That was a monument, a landmark in Old 99. Then we're going to go back to Marilyn's early days again. These are pictures that she did when she was a child. That one there is one of my favorites there, watercolor. Here's another picture with heavy paint of a floral scene. Now beginning over on this side, this is the old river farm house that we still have the house area there. There's another picture. And here's a picture of a sailor drowning out in the ocean, and angels coming for him. Here's a picture of an area up in Pozo Flat, up above by Granite Station, Boonville, and there's a lion in that tree. Actually, the idea she got from that, this is the very area that she took a picture of, but there was a bobcat laying down right there in the shade in the original picture, and she decided to put a lion up in the tree there. which is beautiful. Marilyn made a scarf. This is the remnants of it, of the material that she did the scarf with, and I had to drop it there. Anyway, this is a scarf she made with a flag and stars and stripes for President Donald Trump. We feel so sorry that the coup against him by the extreme left started before he was even elected, with Obama and Clinton, all the way through his term as president. He wrote a letter to her thanking her for the scarf. In that letter from him personally, there's a picture that he also sent to her with his signature on it. And this is a picture that Marilyn drew of Dakota, a picture that Dakota, when we lived here in Fish Lake Valley, Dakota was just a little bit short of 2 years old at that time. Going on here now, here's the picture that was commissioned by her, and it's a copy of that picture. It looks like an original. It was a good copy. And anyway, of the three crosses on Calvary. Here are some pictures that Dakota drew of horses. There's Mona Lisa and another horse. And when Dakota was about 7 or 8 years old, that is an oil painting that she did. Now we're going to get over here. This is our recording room. I will replace all of this here with built-in bookcases like I did on the other side behind me. This is my library, starting up there. My books, many of them are worn out, going all the way down. That's Greek reading and research classes that I did from Matthew through Revelation. We've done every one of them, of the whole New Testament. All of that is the Greek grammar and history sources, all the way down to where we began with Hebrew. There's the Latin and German studies that I've done, and then into the Hebrew commentaries and lexicons, all the way down into the Talmud, the Mishnah, the Kabbalah, and there are my writings of Genesis and Exodus and Jonah, Jeremiah, different ones that I've translated. Now let's get over here to you radio enthusiasts like Donald and Wales. These are old radios here, by the way, some of them. That's a Temple 1, totally restored by Alex, K6AFS. There is a modern radio there that I don't use very much. It's a 10-take Omni 7. There's a Kenwood receiver, and then a FT890 Yaesu. There's another Temple 1 actually in use. That one there I partially restored, and so did Alex. We both worked on that one. That is an FT102 that was restored and reconfigured and redesigned by Alex. That's a complete FT102 station. There is a Hallicrafter's SR400 Cyclone. That's very, very rare. It's working very well. The noise you hear in the background is the fan on it to keep it cooled. That was made in 1965. This radio here is a Yaesu FT1000D that was built about about the year 2000, 1999 to 2000. There is an Alpha 87A amplifier. Down below here is an Alpha 8100 amplifier. And there is a Drake L4B amplifier down there. And these are some of the various microphones that I have used over the years. And there's an old microphone that I used probably 50 years. I've taped it together and everything. I've just about worn it out, but it still works. Here's the VHF UHF stations over here. And then some family pictures. These are some of the masters. And there's old railroad lamps. And another Shure microphone from probably 1920s, 30s, somewhere around there. And then some more of my books. These are the Islamic studies there. Cults, Jehovah's Witnesses, Mormonism, backgrounds of the charismatic movement, eschatology and end time studies there. As we come into the other room over here, this is Western history. If I can get over here. Western history up here, and several stories about my family. This is Indian culture. And then we get in political science. This is some of the political science books. There. All the way down through there, down to the very bottom. Historical studies and Western civilization, etc. I hope you enjoyed this little update video of the radio room of Marilyn's paintings. There's our church history chart there that we put up here behind this chart also, our little whiteboard. The room is not as big as it looks on videos. But I hope you've enjoyed this. We love you. Thank you for your support and prayers and also in funds. We need both. God bless you. And keep tuned on radio and on the webs. God bless you. We love you.